Let there be light. What is going on, everybody? It's Monster Core Arcade. We are heading down into the game room. Basement arcade is what we call it. Or the basement Monster Core Arcade. So if you are into pinball, any kind of video games from the 80s, 90s or more, if you're a gamer, if you're into Roblox and all that stuff, this is the channel you need to subscribe to and keep in touch with, because we are all about having fun, especially with stuff like this. So I'm just give you a little tour of what happened today, this morning, in the basement Monster Core Arcade, what we call it. I'm gonna shut this fan off, even though it feels really good. There's Johnny Hardcore right there, getting ready for work. All right, so first of all, my word of the day is always saying, all right. The state of the arcade is like this. Now, I had my techs come in, Brian and Eve, they come from upstate New York, and definitely getting to know them a little bit better and earning earning each other's trust, which is good. They did some good stuff today. I'll explain to you just in a nutshell what was done, but some progress for sure, which is good. Progress is always a good thing. So the most important game to fix right now was this Fishtails, because I did trade it. I didn't trade it yet. I'm looking to sell it first, and the guy gave me a deposit. So it's up to me if I'm going to take the cash or another game, which is called Pinbot, which is another cool game that I used to play when I was a kid. It's an 80, I don't know what kind of 80s game it is, what year it is, but it's one of the classics, and it's a really cool game. But this game is for this guy's son, Rich, and his son is very adamant about certain things like the lights in the game and making sure everything, obviously you need to make sure everything works, but the most important thing to him was the lights. So that's something that I'm going to continue to do. I'm going to put more LEDs in this game so it's perfect, so the game doesn't burn so hot, because if you have the old incandescent bulbs like you see down there, they burn very hot. If I touched it right now, it'd be burning hot, because this game has been on for quite a few hours, and it will burn the boards in the back. It'll burn the clips. I could show you a clip if I could find it. Let's show you what I'm talking about, so you know. Okay, so this is a clip that goes on the boards, and this is the clip that was on, not on Fishtails. This is another game. This is on my Demolition Man. But if you have old games from the 80s, 90s, and there are regular bulbs in the back, not LED, this is what happens to the clip, because the boards, the bulbs burn very hot, and they transfer heat back to this thing, and if you have them running too long, that's what happens. I'm not going to say it's going to start a fire. You never know, but the safest thing to do and the best thing to do is, if you have a good tech, to replace it, number one. Number two, you upgrade the entire game to LED. So an LED runs so much less power, looks much more nicer, gives the game a new look. Like it just almost restarts the game, refires it from better than new, in my opinion. The back glass up here is LED, so you could see how much of a difference the color is compared to the old incandescent bulbs. But anyway, so this is a good thing that was done today. I think the whole entire flipper kit was the flipper was rebuilt on this one, because this one was a little weak. And flipper kits need to be, not flipper kits, but flippers need to be either rebuilt or strengthened, whatever like that after time. This is a 90s game. I think can't tell you exactly what year it was, but it's definitely from the 90s, even if it's from the late 80s or early 90s. But that's how old this game is, going on 30 years more, right? We're 2024 if this is a 90, so we're in the 30s, 3 decades. The game is nice though. Gameplay's good, playfield's really nice, held up good. So anyway, that was one of the things that had to be done today, and it is done. I'm very, very happy for that. Just going over some stuff. This is a game I just traded for. I traded my Star Wars Data East for this, and a little bit of cashola, which was a good thing, and it worked out fine. One thing though with this game is that I was wailing on it the other day whenever I played it, and you know, I know how to play pinball. I'm pretty good at pinball. I just you know, I have no technique. I just go freestyle. I go hardcore, and I was going berserk. You know, just playing from, you know, not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, like 10 minutes, more than that, 10 minutes. Got into the super mode of the multi-ball, and then the game shut down. So not sure why. I'm gonna say it's obviously was drawing too much power. So I'm gonna have to look into that when the time comes and see if we can upgrade the power so that when you do get to that point of whaling on the game, you could still play it. Because that's the most fun about these games, is when you get to the super multi-ball modes and levels. You know, it starts going nuts. So you want to enjoy that. I think my son missed a thing here, which is not that big of a deal, but yeah, just something I just saw. My son also helps me fix these games and do little things to them and change bulbs. So does my girlfriend, Saturday Vikinga. She comes down here with me and drinks some some nice ale, and she does her hand spins, listening to Dead Can Dance and Yaima, some beautiful music, and then actually helps me fix, not fix, but helps me change out the LEDs. Not only in the back glass, which Stranger Things doesn't have, but the older games have the bulbs. But we lift the playfield up, and she goes underneath and changes bulbs and stuff like that. So you can see that I have a couple other games here. That this is the death row right here. They're all dead. They all need help. Well, actually, it's not the death row. It's the zombie row, because they're all waiting to be woken up. But in time, getting there. And a couple things was done today to Stranger Things. The flippers changed finally. The LED buttons changed. I just never got to do it. And when the techs were here, the other tech is good at certain things with flippers. So he did a couple of the mods. He hooked up these speaker lights, which look really cool. The only thing is I have to secure them to the speakers, the speaker panel. So I'm not too sure how I was going to do that yet. They said to use, what you call it? Double-sided tape, which did not work because there's double-sided tape on this and it fell right off. So I'm not going to go any further with double-sided tape. We're going to screw from the back side of the speaker grill into the little plastic things there, and just, you know, poke holes in these little speaker grills, which is fine. No problem with that. You can always change the netting for the speaker wire, for the speaker grills if you had to. Yes, there are a lot of toys down here because I have 3 children, 2 boys that love monster trucks. A lot of monster truck toys down here. Also, some animatronics for Halloween, stuff like that. There's another game that we're working on. Not really sure what's the issue yet. I know that it doesn't coin up and play. Oh, it coins up, but when you go to gameplay, the flippers don't work, and then the ball doesn't eject. So anyway, had a board and put the board back in today with Brian. Brian did most of the plug-in, and we're gonna see what happens with it another day. Not right now, but it's good that it's in one piece again, and it's a different language too. You have to just change the settings to America. This is in German. Just showing you whatever else was done. Something that's been on the list for a while now has been Demolition Man. It's one of my favorite classic games when I was a kid, a teener, playing this in Maple Lane's bowling alley. Used to love this game, man, as a kid. Loved it. Wailed on it. So Demolition Man had an issue with the cryo claw, which was that thing right there. If you know the game Demolition Man. That's one of the most important parts of the game. And whatever happened, the motor or something crapped out, so it wasn't working. Well, long story short, too late. I had one of my other techs come in a while ago, years ago, and he took it out, right? And he said he'll take it home and fix it, and then just time goes by, I lost touch with him, and you know, I even forgot that he took the part. And then when I had the other techs come in, Brian and Eve, they were like, you know, he was like, where's the parts for it? Where's the rest of the, where's the rest of the cryo claw? I'm like, oh man, I was like, I think the guy took it, the other tech. So thank God, got in touch with him, and he sent it to me not too long after I found out. And here we go. Demolition Man Crowdclaw is back in there. Really good. I could turn the game on quick so you can see what it looks like. But we took out one of the coils because I needed to use it for another game. So that was one thing that was done today, which is good. But we are on the case. And as you can see, this game is almost 100% LED'd to the point where, you know, if I couldn't get to certain LEDs, then, you know, it wasn't worth taking everything out just to get to an LED. So left it the way it is, but it is in really nice shape. One of the first games I actually bought too when I first got into this hobby. And I think the guy's name was Rich too, from Jersey, that I got it from. So yeah, Judge Dredd right here, Terminator 2, Terminator 3. All these games are pretty much working. I'm almost 100% sure there's things I want to do to them. But right now, the most important things to get done was get this Crowdclaw back in there, which is done. So that's the end of that. The only thing we have to do is reinstall a new coil for the flipper, so that's good. That's a good thing when it happens. This is a completely redone Spy Hunter, which is really cool too. Very happy about that. Now, Scared Stiff. I'm gonna tell you something really funny about Scared Stiff. If you know anything about Scared Stiff, this is a Scared Stiff, by the way. I'll pull down the playfield. It's like when you pick up a hood of a car or a truck. That's what happens when you lift up the playfield. So let's turn the light on. That crate needs to be replaced too. Didn't realize that. Anyway, so this game, right, was playing, but I know the flipper needs to be redone. I forget. I don't even know if we got to it today. I can't remember. But I do know, and this globe fell out too. So I have to find that globe, put it back in somewhere in the game. But anyway, so Brian knows things, right? He just knows a lot of stuff. So this crate right here, if you know anything about Scared Stiff, this is a big part of the game, right? Crate. So me, back whenever I bought these balls, right? These are ceramic coated balls. They're not metal like the regular balls. They're ceramic coated. They're not cheap either. It's like $20, $25 a ball. But I thought they looked cool and they're lighter, right? So I put them in Scared Stiff. And then afterwards I'm playing and the crate wasn't working. I'm like, what? Why isn't the crate working? I'm like, it's got to be a fuse. It's got to be something, right? And I didn't really pay any attention to it. I just played the game as is and didn't really care. A lot of things going on, so I can't really concentrate on pinball. But anyway, another long story too short. Too late. So I told Brian, I said, Brian, there's an issue with the crate. I said, I think the crate mechanism isn't working. Which is one of these pieces right here, right? Which I actually had a new crate assembly for. So I'm like, you know, let's do it. Let's fix this crate. So Brian goes, he looks at the balls. He goes, you know, something tells me that the game needs the metal balls because in order for this mechanism to work, the crate going down, a metal ball has to go and knock it down, which is triggered by a magnet. Now, let's take off that light. Let's do it again. So I'm like, you know what? Let's try that. So sure enough, he figures it out. He's like, dude, he goes, you just got to use the metal balls and I don't know what that crate. And he said he had to do an adjustment with something, which was like, you know, not really much, but crate works. That's a good thing. So onward and onward. So this game is pretty much back in business. Really nothing wrong with it. There's a couple little things here and there. I think the mylar on this is peeling, so might have to peel it off, which would be a good idea to do, right? Unless it takes off the whole sticker, which it does. We'll get to that another time, the cosmetics of the game. But this is the original Elvira and the Party Monsters. And this one, I'm not too sure what's going on with it, but I think that we still have to finish the flippers, figure out the power for the LED buttons that were put in. So that's the next step on this game. But other than that, this game plays good too. I think one of the flippers is a little weak. So that's something that might have to be done. I think. Can't really remember. But anyway, that is the state of the arcade in the basement. Okay, a lot of good things going on. Brian is actually going to take Spy Hunter in another week or so. Not next week, when he comes back in 2 weeks. And then going to finish up working down here a couple more times. And then we're going to see what else we do afterwards. But today was a good day. I'm very, very thankful for these guys. They did what they did. They got games working that haven't been working in years, no joke. And you know, miss playing these games, so that's a good thing. And as I'm talking to you, I'm powering down because I gotta go to work so I can pay my bills. But yeah, good day today down in the Monsta Core Arcade, the basement Monsta Core Arcade. And they're actually to come back sometime tonight. I'm gonna go take a ride to the bar in Rockaway, where I have a pinball machine that needs some assistance. So that's later on tonight. I'm gonna shut down Corvette, make sure everything's shut down. Everything looks like it's all off. Very good. Put the lights off, save electricity, and we will be back. But that is the state of the basement Monsta Core Arcade. Everybody, see you soon, and always game hardcore.